Now, telepathy, I'm somewhat skeptical of also. What I would say on this issue is the fact that as humans, we are innately social creatures. We've evolved probably largely because of our sociability, our ability to work with others, and our empathy itself. We've even, obviously, you probably know this, we've discovered the physical basis for empathy, which is mirror neurons in the brain. When I'm doing this, certain neurons are firing in your brain that relate to my behavior. Now, from this, you can build up an emotional representation of another person's feelings, beliefs, desires, and so on. And this was obviously evolutionary beneficial as innately social creatures. So, given currently over 6 billion, nearly 7 billion people on Earth, and the amount of particular social exchanges that each of those people engages in every single day, it's hardly surprising that a few of the times in probably your or my lifestyle, I've experienced something very similar. But given the improbability, the amount of social exchanges, it's almost inevitable that something will happen that goes beyond our current explanation for it. But to deny the materialist worldview would again be to deny all of science that has gone before. Now, I obviously know that science goes through stages of revolution, but this would be the ultimate revolution. Most of our science is built on this materialist worldview, almost ever since Descartes split them off, and he was like, "This is the physical. You can examine it through, various experimental methods, but the mind is untouched." But ever since he split off the physical from the mind, we've only concerned ourselves with the physical, and now even I would argue that physical explanations of consciousness are becoming, are soon on the horizon. I mean, life was a mystery for a while, but we came up with a physicalist explanation for this. Now, another point that I wanted to draw up just before I conclude is the random number generator sort of hypothesis. Now, I actually want to bring up probably one of the most famous random number things. I think it's called the EGG. It's a study carried out by Princeton where they have real radioactive random number generators situated all across the world. Now, they say that in times of global crisis, 9/11, various wars, and things of global interest cause a flux either one way or the other in if it fires or it doesn't fire. And it's actually very interesting. I'll try to find a link and post that. But I would say that the amount of statistical analysis that's performed on it, well, obviously the great phrase, there's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I would say that's very appropriate, because if you think of the amount of world events and the time scale that they're applying these to, they say within a few days, or sometimes it's before, sometimes it's after. It's very, very woolly. So I would be very, very skeptical of these claims of random number generators being controlled by human thoughts and whatnot, because perhaps the studies that didn't show any correlation at all weren't published, they were revised, etc. So I really would be skeptical of the telekinesis of radioactivity. But I think I'm just going to conclude there. So I would like to hear your views back on this, because it is obviously a very interesting discussion. Again, thanks for supplying the videos. It was quite a refreshing video to watch. And yeah, Thomas, Matt, if you're watching, I would like to hear back from you. Peace.